Hey guys, what's going on? SharkBoys here, back with a new video, SharkBee actually. And today we are back with the interesting bracket challenge here in NHL World, Playoff World. So here in NHL, I'm in a bracket, and we are going to do the best of 7 for Spinwheel bracket challenge. So we're going to start in the East with the number one here you can see. So let me go over the codes. A is Atlantic, WC is wild card, M is metropolitan or metro. You're gonna hear it. P is Pacific. Again, WC is wild card. C is central. So I'm gonna use those abbreviations here in today's video. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and I will go over which one I think is right and which ones are wrong. And I'll go over why, but I cannot change it. So I have to get my bracket challenge in a few hours because the game starts. So try to get it in quickly. The brackets lock in 2 days somehow. I don't get that because the playoffs start in 2 days, and I'm not even showing my screen. I just realized that. Whoops. That's what happens. There we go. I am sharing my screen now. I'm actually just gonna share my whole tabs. Whole tabs so you guys can see me switch. So with that, let's just get to it. As I was gonna see yourself, so here you go. But let's just get to it first. Just record the ads. So we're gonna start with I think W1. We're gonna start. Yeah. So we're gonna start with W1 with A1, and that is the Boston Bruins versus the Florida Panthers. So if you guys don't know how the this works, I'm gonna do a best of 7 spin wheel. Yeah, it's gonna probably fall down on mic. There you go. Let me just make sure my signal good enough. So yes, good enough. So we're gonna do Bruins versus Panthers. So what I'll do here is I'll put you guys up so you guys will hear that. I'll put you guys down here, and I'll put you guys up like that. Up here, maybe. Yep. The other plan better. So we have Bruins versus Panthers and plus 5, apparently. Anyway, so basically what we're going to do is a best of 7 here, so let's do it. So I'm going to go into full screen here, and 3, 2, 1, spin, and we have to do it with the really annoying sound. I'm going to mute the sound, you guys can hear it, but I'm going to mute it on my end. And the Bruins take a 1-0 series lead. I'm really good with the remove the Bruins. I'm going to X that out here. I'm going to X out a full screen, and I will add the Bruins once again. Because we will get the Bruins in this game. So let me add the Bruins once again, this time in the red zone. And the reason why they're doing that is because those are the number of games. So obviously, if we have 6 Bruins, the Bruins in 6 spins. So right now the Bruins are leading 1-0 the series. Panthers looking to tie it up here, and the Panthers will not tie it up. The Panthers, let me just make sure I don't hit remove here, but the Panthers will not tie it up, and it will be a 1-1 series, 2-0 Bruins lead. So the Bruins are trying to hope to sweep here, possibly a sweep here, as the Bruins try to look at 3-0, and the Panthers are not done. It is 2-1 Panthers. 2-1 Bruins right now. Because the Panthers are not done. So the Panthers are still in this, and here we go. Will the Bruins still hold off in 5, or will the Panthers tie it up at 2 apiece? It looks like it's gonna be the Boston Bruins leading 3-1, having the chance to eliminate the Panthers here. Will the Panthers try to tie it up 3-2, or will the Bruins prevail and the Bruins in 6? So just keep that in mind as we will X out of this tab, go to my bracket, Bruins. We'll enter the number of games later, I think. Not sure, but we'll enter six games here. So I'm gonna just keep in mind on the back of a worksheet, if I have a pen, that the Bruins stole it in 6. So just give me a minute. Right here. Just so I know that it is the Bruins in 6. A1 6. Just so I know it's the Bruins in 6. Later in the video. So Florida Panthers are eliminated. Let's see whether we'll get a Boston. I'll react to this all at the end when we're done. So let's go to the Atlantic versus the Atlantic 2 versus the Atlantic 3rd position. Toronto Maple Leafs versus Tampa Bay Lightning last year rematch. Tampa won in 7. I'm just gonna write Tampa because I don't really want to write Lightning, so I'm just gonna write Tampa. By the way, for you Tampa fans, and they were playing the Blue Maple Leafs, so we'll just write Leafs. So Tampa versus the Leafs. Let's see who prevails. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, click. And you guys, I'm sure, can hear the sound, but and it is the Tampa Bay Lightning taking. It's not done. It's just dropped you guys. Is the Tampa Bay Lightning taking a 1-0 series lead here as we go into the next round? Tampa with 2. Tampa with 2, nothing series lead. Will Tampa be able to try to have the chance of the Maple Leafs on the side of the sweep? Let's see. Obviously there could be some discrepancies cheating here, but it's not. Leafs 2-1, so Tampa leads 2-1. Well, could we see a sweep today? Yes. 2-2. Leafs coming back. Definitely we could 2-2. So definitely I feel like we could see Leafs 3-2. Leafs 3-2. 2-0 down to 3-2 up. I feel like definitely we could see a sweep coming in. I'll explain to you guys why later, but it is 3-3. Wow, it's getting close. In Game 7, the Tampa Bay Lightning will win in 7. I think that one's actually pretty realistic. Considering what happened last year, so Tampa's 8-3. I think Tampa's 8-3. Let me just check. Yep, Tampa's 8-3. So 7 games for for those two, and we're gonna go. I don't know which ones are gonna go yet because we're gonna do East right now. So 121 to 94. So this is basically their stats because we're doing Spinwheel. We're not going to need their stats. And while we have Tampa, we're also going to do the Bruins Tampa matchup. I can't really select any of them, so we're going to do Bruins Tampa matchup, and we will see which one makes it out of the Bruins Tampa series. We'll do that after we do the 2 wild cards here. Don't regard this. We'll see what happens after Carolina, New York. So we do Carolina and NYI. In my personal list, I want the Islanders to win this, but the Islanders might not win this, and that's fine as well. In the bracket challenge, and obviously I'll go over this later. Like it could go 3 ways. It could go mediocre. It could go horribly wrong, or it could go right. There's no guarantee for either, so we'll find out which one it is. But I'm hoping that it is the first one. The last one. I'm hoping it goes right, but there's no guarantee that it will. So Carolina, New York, that one starts tomorrow. Actually, today, if you by the time I'm uploading it. Let us see here who's gonna win it, and it is New York taking Game 1 with the 1-0 series lead. Will New York be able to make it 3-0? We will find out. Do a sweep, maybe over Carolina. I would hope. And maybe here's a sweep. I can't tell if that New York the spin will tell us yes it is NYI 2's Carolina 0. Will Carolina come back? We have seen 2-0 down to win the series, and it is clear Carolina in this game. Clearly Carolina has down 1-2, but they get some life back here in UBS Arena where this game will be held. It's being held. Let's see. Will NYI have a 3-1 series lead? Yes, New York will have a 3-1 series lead, looking to finish it off. In 4, we will see 3-1 series lead. We'll see whether New York can finish it off, and looks like they can, but just to confirm, NYI can clear it off in 5 games. So NYI with WC 1 and 5. Um, I'm not. I don't like this one, but okay. I'll take it. I don't really like this one at all, but okay. New Jersey, New York Rangers. So we're just gonna change this to an R and then New Jersey. I don't really like some of these predictions that they're doing, but I'll explain that later. No, I deleted NYR. New York versus the New Jersey Devils. New York Rangers, of course. Here we go. 1-0 series lead for the. That's on the Devils line. That is the New Jersey Devils. I'm gonna close this out real quick because yeah, it sucks. But all right, 1-1. New York Rangers have tied it. This one I could see going to 7. By the way, I'll go over that later. But I think this one could go to 7. 2-1 New Jersey. 2-1 New Jersey. I really think this could go to 7, but I can't say that until I can't. I mean, this one could. 1-3 New Jersey. New Jersey having the Rangers in 5, maybe. We'll find out. New Jersey having the Rangers in 5. Yes, looking like it. Yes, sir. Rangers in 5. Devils in 5. Scared Rangers in 5. Devils in 5. So M2 is going to be 5. And I don't really like this prediction either. But I'll go over all the predictions. So, oh yeah, now I get to go over my things. So we have A1 in 6. CBL A3 and 7. That's realistic, I think. NYI in 5, apparently. I don't like this prediction, but I have to go with it. New Jersey, New York in 5. New Jersey in 5. I have to go with it because it's the Spinwheel challenge. So this is what the East is looking like. I don't like it, but this is what we're going with. Boston in 6 against Florida. Tampa Bay in 7 against Toronto. Carolina eliminated New York Islanders against Carolina in 5. And the Devils and Rangers in 5. I don't like any of these two, but I like the other two looking pretty solid right there for those two. Could we see Tampa play New York or New Jersey, and could we see a Boston, New York, New Jersey rivalry once again? We're gonna do that now. Actually, before I take over the Stanley Cup Final, we're gonna do that now. So, um, yeah, that's what we're gonna do now. So let's do it. So right now it is gonna be. Here we don't have to get the number of games down. So here I'll go over my. I'm not gonna do that. Tampa versus Boston, right? Yes. So Tampa versus Boston. This one I think will go to 7 in all fairness, but cause you never know until you know. So let's do it. Tampa versus Boston. Here we go. Tampa 1, Boston nothing. Tampa 2, Boston nothing. I'm not liking these right now, but it's a bracket challenge. You gotta do what we gotta do. Tampa 2, Boston nothing. Is it gonna be Tampa 3? Yes, Tampa 3, Boston nothing. So this game thinks it's gonna be a sweep. Tampa against Boston. Yep, Tampa 4, Boston nothing, and we see our first sweep in the East here, and we see it with Tampa going through against Boston. Unrealistic, but whatever. This is what you get. This is what you get for spin the wheel challenge. If I had more time, I would have done my own bracket as well, my predictions, along with spin the wheel. But I'm not gonna create. I don't have much time to create many brackets for all the leagues lock up, so I have to put these in. New Jersey 1, New York 0. This is where the Islanders could get eliminated to the New Jersey Devils. That'd be interesting. Yep, New Jersey 2, New York Islanders nothing. I honestly don't see this coming. No, I removed NJD. No, I removed NJD. Okay, we're not counting that. It is 2-0 NJD because I removed NJD, so we are not counting that. We are not changing the NJD one. We are not counting that 2-0 NJD. This could be where the Islanders get swept. No. 2-1. 2-2. Okay. This can't be happening. The Islanders getting out to NJ. Come on. It is funny if the Spinwheel takes my Islanders all the way to the cup, but it's not happening. Probably 3-2. I mean, obviously I'm biased, of course, because I want the Islanders to win and the Islanders fan. But I'm interested to see who the Spinwheel thinks will win, and it's 4-2. And this isn't rigged. After I'm sharing my screen, it's 4-2. You guys can clearly see that I am actually recording this 4-2. So I think that could be interesting. New Jersey is out in 6 against the Islanders. All right, here we go to the West. Colorado versus Seattle. I don't know who I want to win this. I really don't. And I'm just gonna obviously say what I like about the prediction or not. So let's do it. Colorado versus the Seattle Kraken, who clinched for the first time in franchise history. Colorado Avalanche won. Seattle Kraken nothing. Colorado won. Seattle nothing. I don't really like this prediction challenge, but we're about to see Colorado 2, Seattle nothing. We're about to see what happens with this. Interestingly enough, the Islanders came up. Colorado 2, Seattle nothing. This could go wrong horribly. Colorado 3, Seattle nothing. I I'm pretty sure is gonna go horribly wrong. But Colorado 3, Colorado's on the verge. This could go one or two ways. This could go right. This could go wrong. So will Colorado get the sweep here? Yep, Colorado in 4. So Colorado is C1 in 4. I don't see that happening for sure. I'm not gonna go over why. I'll say that for the last. I'll say that for the last when we go over all the predictions and what went wrong, what went right. So we're gonna do Dallas, Minnesota now. I'm interested to see. The good news is there are not too many matchups. I mean, we had the Stanley Cup final, but we missed a game in the East, by the way. I think. And we did that for a reason. We missed New York Islanders, Tampa Bay Lightning. We did this for a reason. If we're gonna put the two in the same spin wheel, these two, and we're gonna see the first two to get. So we're gonna spin it until we get a matchup. No, I'm just kidding. We're gonna do it later. We didn't forget it for any reason. We're just gonna do it later. Just so we could do it all at once. So we're not gonna count Minnesota yet. We're gonna redo this. It is Minnesota 1, Dallas nothing. I don't see Dallas upsetting. I don't see Minnesota upsetting the Dallas Stars. Sorry to all you Minnesota fans, but again, this is a prediction challenge. This could go horribly wrong. Minnesota 2, Dallas nothing. Again, this could go horribly wrong, or this could go horribly right, and I think right now it's going wrong, but we'll find out. Minnesota 2, Dallas 1. But we'll find out in a few days. Actually, we'll find out tomorrow night for the games that is sweep. We'll find out. But right now, the only game that is sweep was the Colorado one. So I gotta keep track. I lost track of that one. So we're gonna restart the series. I think it was Minnesota 2, Dallas nothing at one point. Yeah, it was. We're gonna reset it. Minnesota 2, Dallas nothing. Minnesota 2, Dallas nothing. Minnesota 3, Dallas nothing now. Actually, Minnesota 2. We're going back. Minnesota 2. So Minnesota 2, Dallas nil. We're going to see Dallas can come back. Minnesota 2, Dallas nil. Minnesota 2, Dallas 1, maybe. Yep, Minnesota 2, Dallas 1 now. Minnesota 2, Dallas 1. I do see this one coming. Minnesota 3. Yes, Minnesota 3, Dallas 1. Minnesota 3, Dallas 1. I think it's gonna be Minnesota in 5 according to this. No, Minnesota 3, Dallas 2. Um, at least 6 games. I could see this. I could see this one going 6 games. Minnesota 3, Dallas 2 here. I could see this one going game 6. Minnesota 4, Dallas 2, Minnesota in 6, Minnesota in 6. I don't see this one happening. C3 and 6. I don't see this one happening. I don't know if you're realizing a pattern here, but at least I am here. If you look here, A1 is playing A3, C1 is playing C3. Um, and obviously it doesn't happen here. But it needs to. But obviously that is quite an interesting one there to keep in mind. But VJK versus Winnipeg. I'm really interested to see who wins the cup this year in real life and in the Spinwheel Challenge, because I don't think this is going right for any of these teams or their fans. I really don't think the team will end up doing this. I think some things will be different, but it's just playoff hockey. You gotta have some fun doing playoff Spinwheel prediction challenges, and that's my goal here. Just to have some fun with it. I'm definitely having fun right now, seeing these interesting upsets, such as the New York Islanders beating Carolina in 5. Like that. That's just interesting. VJK in VJK. Was that Winnipeg or VJK? We can go to results and search here. That VJK here you can see. So that was VJK 1, VJK 2, VJK 2 nothing. Will it be VJK 3 nothing? We'll find out. No, VJK 2 Winnipeg 1, VJK 2 Winnipeg 1, Vegas Golden Knights 2, Jets 1, Vegas Golden Knights 2, Jets 2, Vegas Golden Knights 2, Jets 2. I could see this one going to a game 6, Vegas versus Winnipeg. I could see going to game 6. They're tied at 2, VJK 3, Jets 2. I could see this going to a game 6 and VJK taking it 4-2. I do see that. I don't know if I see a game 7 in Winnipeg, but we will get one here. Um But yeah, I don't know if I see a game 7 coming in Winnipeg for sure. Obviously it's possible. And Winnipeg taking game 7, that one's rare. Winnipeg will take game 7. I don't think that part of it is happening. But because this is just playoff hockey, you gotta have some fun. Edmonton, LA, our last West one before we go to the next round. So we're almost done with these brackets in reasonably good time. I started this at like 10:44, now 10:59. So 15 minutes established in this bracket. Not bad. I mean, I'll upload it tomorrow, but this isn't too bad for a bracket challenge. And I can't tell where that is, but it is LA 1, Edmonton nothing. I do see a revenge coming up for LA. I do see that in 7, but Edmonton 1, LA 1. I do see a revenge coming in 7. Edmonton 1, LA 1. I feel like some of these Spinwheel predictions are accurate. Like Edmonton 2, LA 1. Like I feel like some of these are Edmonton 2, LA 1. And I feel like these teams are also realistic. Like the Islanders are good, but I don't think it will be 5. Edmonton 2, LA 2. I feel like some of these could actually happen, but I just don't think the number of games is right. Sean will be on the verge of clinching. It would be Edmonton 3, LA 2. I do see some of these things happening. I just don't see the number of games. But I do see the team. Game 7 here. Game 7 is definitely realistic. I do see another game 7. I definitely see a game 7 here coming up. I do see that in the actual one, and LA will prevail in game 7, right? Yes, it is LA game 7. I do see that happening, LA in game 7. I really do. So we're gonna go LA in 7. What was the C1 is 4 and C3 is 6. C3 is 6. Dude, did I skip Vegas and Winnipeg? I just skipped Vegas and Winnipeg. We had LA P3. No, so I skipped LA. It wasn't 700%. We skipped Vegas and Winnipeg. Okay. To P37. We skipped one series. Sorry about that. We skipped Vegas and Winnipeg for all your BJK. I think I did it though in the Spinwheel. I just didn't insert the number of games, so I can go up and search for BJK Winnipeg and see who wins that. BJK 1-2, 1-2, 2-2, 3-2. Let me just search it. 1-2. Winnipeg and 7 it was. C1 was it? C1 and 4. And C3 and 6. Okay, there we go. So now the time we've been waiting for to see who wins these brackets here, who wins these ones. Let's see, Colorado, Minnesota, let's insert it in the bracket. Good thing we have this list there so I don't have to redo it, because I know that'd be unfair to all you both. And let's see here, Colorado, Minnesota. Colorado won, Minnesota nothing. I do see the potential in this series. I really do. Colorado won, Minnesota won. Colorado 2, Minnesota 2, Colorado 1. Minnesota 2, Colorado 1. Colorado 2, Minnesota 2. Colorado 3, Minnesota 2. I don't see this one going to 7, but you never know. Colorado 3, Minnesota 3. This one's going to 7. Of course, as soon as I said I don't see this one going to 7, it went to 7. And of course, the team that I said was gonna lose it won it. Oh well, good congratulations, Minnesota fans. You guys are officially somehow through to the Western Conference Final. I don't know how. I'm not against you guys in any way, but yeah, I don't get how you guys are making it to the conference final. I also don't get how I just quit the Tampa Bay Lightning going to the conference final. Does it tell you the regular season wins though? No, it does not. It just tells you the points. I wish it told you the matchups in the regular season. Total goals, let's just take a guess random. So yeah, Minnesota. Let's do Winnipeg, LA, and then we'll do the Western next round. So is it Minnesota, LA? Yeah. No. Winnipeg, LA. How did Vegas get out? Winnipeg? Wow. Winnipeg took that in a 7. Wow, Winnipeg. So Winnipeg, LA. Sorry, we're going to disregard that one. Winnipeg, LA. Let's see it here. Let's see. Winnipeg won, LA nothing. As some of these series start tomorrow, Winnipeg won, LA nothing. Winnipeg 2, no, LA 1, Winnipeg 1, LA 1, Winnipeg 1, 1-1 game here, let's go. LA 1, Winnipeg 1, LA 2, Winnipeg 1, LA 2, Winnipeg 1. I don't think Josh Morrissey and the Jets are winning this all. Winnipeg 1, LA 3, Winnipeg 1. I think LA in 5 here. LA 3, LA 3, Winnipeg 2. LA 3, Winnipeg 3. LA 3, Winnipeg 3. Just watch LA lose. Just watch. LA 3, Winnipeg 3. Maybe we could do this. Who's Winnipeg's coach? Pete DeVore? Who's the Jets coach right now? Who's the Jets score coach? Who's the Winnipeg Jets coach? Rick Bonus. Maybe. Maybe. Rick Bonus. Maybe. Jets in 7, right? Yeah, Jets in 7. It was a Jets memory, it's now, it doesn't matter. Minnesota Winnipeg. Let's see who's making it to the Stanley Cup final, because we're here already. So let's just see Minnesota Winnipeg, who wins it and makes it to the Stanley Cup final. Here we go. Minnesota 1, Winnipeg 0. Minnesota 1, Winnipeg 0. Minnesota 1, Winnipeg 1. Minnesota 1, Winnipeg 1. Minnesota 2, Winnipeg 1. Minnesota 2, Winnipeg 1. Minnesota 3, Winnipeg 1. Minnesota 3, Winnipeg 1. And congratulations, Minnesota Wild fans. You guys are officially in the Stanley Cup final of the NHL 2023 playoffs. Congratulations, Minnesota. And will the New York Islanders or the Tampa Bay Lightning make it all the way to the Stanley Cup final with a chance to win it all for the East? Tampa Bay looking to go for the 4th time in a row, and the New York Islanders looking to beat Tampa once again in the conference final, as they have lost every time in the conference final to, guess who? The Tampa Bay Lightning. So hopefully they will not lose this year to the Tampa Bay Lightning in real life, but we will see what goes on, because the NHL Spinwheel Challenge is always different. Tampa Bay versus NYI, who will make it to the Stanley Cup final and who will fly back to their respectful places. We'll find out. I think Tampa Bay will get out, but I can't guarantee that in the Spinwheel. And obviously, it's a Spinwheel prediction. I cannot tell you. And already bad start for the Islanders. 1-0 down in Spinwheel, but that is okay, because that will count. 1-0 down. Tampa Bay 1, New York nothing. And just wait for it. I said Tampa's out. Tampa's going through and 4. New York 2, Tampa 0. Tampa 2, New York 0. Tampa 2, New York 0. And yeah, Tampa 3, New York 0. We know how it's gonna go. Tampa 3, New York 0. Tampa 3, New York 1. Is this the start of a comeback for the New York Islanders? Come on here. I'm just kidding to Tampa fans. Great job past 3 years. And I can't tell where that is. That's in Tampa. Congratulations, Tampa Bay fans. You guys are in the Stanley Cup final. Who will win it? Minnesota Wild or Tampa Bay Lightning? Let us find out as soon as the Spinwheel goes one more time around the wheel, which this one will not count as Tampa have already won it. Let us see one more time who will win it all between the Minnesota Wild and your Tampa Bay Lightning. Let us find out. Good luck to all the fans out there with your brackets, and we will go over it as our bracket crashed, which means we might have to redo it here. No, we won't. Yeah, we'll have to redo it because it was not saved. I think maybe it was. Maybe my bracket was saved. No, it was not. Okay, well then we will redo it here. I forgot which ones are going through, but the good news is we'll have it there. The bracket just crashed out, but the good news is I will have it ready to go for you guys. So I know it was. So let's start off with the Atlantic. It was this guy in 6, 8, 3, and 7. M2 and 5. No, M2 and 5. And it was wild card 1 and 5. So Atlantic 1 and 6, Boston and 6, New York and 5, Tampa Bay in 7, M2 and 5. Colorado, Seattle, Colorado in 4. Colorado in 4. 6. Winnipeg in 7. I remember this. And LA in 7. So it was Colorado in 4. 6 for C3. Jets in 7. LA in 7. After this, we'll look for Colorado and Minnesota. We'll look at it real quick. I'm going to go to Colorado and Minnesota. Would have been this series? No. Here it was. 2-1, 2, 2, 2, 3-2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1-0, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2, 3-3, 4-3 Minnesota. Yep, I remember saying welcome to the conference finals. 4-3 Minnesota. And Winnipeg, LA, real quick. 1, 3, 1, 3-2, 3-3, 4-3. 4-3 is Winnipeg into 4-3 Winnipeg. Minnesota, Winnipeg, I know we did that. It was 1, 1-1, 2-1, 3-1, 4-1. This is going much faster now that we know we have some. Yeah, Minnesota went to the Stanley Cup. I remember that. And then I know NYI went, I think, but I'm just gonna confirm that. Yeah, it was NYI and Tampa who went through to that. I'm not sure we were battling before that, but I think Tampa was out, so Tampa made it to the cup. Yeah, so now we're at Minnesota and Tampa. Now that's where we left off. Who will win the cup? I remember now where we left off at, Minnesota and Tampa. Here we go, Minnesota and Tampa for the glorious Stanley Cup. Minnesota 1, Tampa Bay 0. I hope my bracket doesn't crash once again. Minnesota 1, Tampa Bay 0. Minnesota 1, Minnesota 2, Tampa Bay 0. Minnesota 2, Tampa Bay 0. Minnesota 2, Tampa Bay 1. Minnesota 2, Tampa Bay 2. Minnesota 2, Tampa Bay 3. Tampa on the verge of closing out the Stanley Cup. Minnesota not done. 3-3. Game 7. This game way too intense. Of course. Congratulations, Tampa. I have to. Total Golder's gonna do 232. Oh, Stanley Cup final. I want to say at least 3 goals for each team. 4-3. So 4-3. Let's see. 49. Basically a 7-goal game. Every team. Every time. So before I submit it, here we go. Let me just go over it. Actually, we're good. Let's not go over it. We're just gonna hit submit there. So my picks are in. How do I add a league? My bracket in then? How do I assign a bracket? How do I assign a league? How do I assign a bracket? How do I assign it? How do I assign it? A bracket. Bracket charts books. I go to league. Join a league. There, I can join a league. Perfect. We did that for all our leagues. Just these two, and then we'll do the Bruins Bracket Challenge. Oh, there's the create one. I'm done. Done with those two. I don't care. Let us do it. Alright, guys, that is going to do it today. Congratulations, Tampa Bay. Have a great night.